What's up, party people? We are beyond excited, as you can see, to get this party started. I'm Julie Foudy.
I'm Abby Wambach.
And I'm Billie Jean King.
Yes, you are.
Welcome to the party, everybody. Perhaps you are wondering, what is this party? Well, this party is women's sports, and everyone is invited, whether you've been here forever, like the three of us have, or maybe you're new to the party, or maybe you have some FOMO and like everybody's basically talking about women's sports right now. So you're like, I want to be in that. You all are invited.
Our mission's to celebrate, elevate, come on, and educate. And that's about all of our women's sports, all of them. And, you know, we just want to grow this community, and we need you guys out there because this is going to be a party like nothing else. We are no party like a women's sports party. We're
there
the
ain't
best.
no party like a women's sports party. That's
no
right,
way.
Kinger.
I mean, we are the best at parties. So join us.
There will be a mix of interviews across every sport, league, and era. We will have commentary, as you know, we're not afraid of that, around what is happening in women's sports. And we really, as Kinger just said, want to bring out and build out this community of women's sports fans, and you, the party people, who can give us your thoughts on what topics you want us to hit, what guests you want to hear from. And we will be dropping 2 episodes a week. We are a podcast, video podcast, but we also will be doing live events and watch with us parties, and really any opportunity to talk women's sports and wear ridiculous hats, because I'm really good at that. I'm really good at
wait a minute.
Yeah, Kinger, get your hat on. Come on, sister.
I
on
can't
cue.
put it. I got a big fat head. I got a melon head. What do you expect? Hey.
And most important right here, that's what we're bringing. We're bringing Billie Jean King in her little crown. The King of Queens. She will be a recurring host. And frankly, Kinger, you come on as much as you damn want. What about the why? Why did you guys want to do this? Abs?
The biggest reason why I did it is the first Angel City game I went to this year was the first time I had a giant exhale. It was the first time I felt any sense of hope around kind of the state of our world right now. And that is why this is in my bones. I love sports, and I want to bring sports to everyone. And I want this community to be and thrive in the most important ways.
Yeah. I had that same reaction. It's there's affirmation when you are around female athletes or at a women's sporting event, and there's inspiration and all these things, inclusivity that we love to see in this world. And so we will try and touch on all those things with this party. What about you, Kinger? What's your why behind podcasting?
Well, you know, I was with you at that Angel City night. That was amazing to give us hope. You know, I've waited my whole life for this. So, but
what?
one thing,
let's go.
Hey, I'm old, man. You guys are the babies here. Anyway, I think about it because I haven't done podcasts like you guys have. So I really want us to be number one. I hate losing. I'm the worst finalist. I have bad handshakes. I'm not a good sport. I'm terrible. So I just want us to win, whatever that means. What does winning mean, though? That's a whole nother discussion. But I just want us to be really great. And the people out there just having a party, having fun, but learning at the same time. Let's just go for it, man. Give me the ball.
I mean, Billie, you're speaking my language here. And you ask, how do you win at this? It's how we win at everything, Billie. We have a shit ton of fun.
Oh, yes, we do. Are you ready to rock?
I love it.
Attention. The party is about to commence. Welcome to the party.
Okay, the first thing we are going to do as our party starter is we are going to give our favorite play or moment of the week to get the party started. But because this is our first episode and we had an entire summer of good plays, we decided we're going to share our favorite play or moment from the summer. So, Abs, what do you got from the summer?
Okay, so you all know Katie Ledecky, right? And earlier this summer, the funniest thing that ever happened, she broke her own 800-meter freestyle world record.
She
clocked it at 8 minutes, 4 seconds. Well, I don't know how you read this. 8 minutes, 4.2 seconds. She did this at the Tier Pro Sports meet in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. She broke her previous record that was set in Rio. Honestly, this woman is a beast. She's incredible. And she's the most decorated American female Olympian with 14 medals, 9 gold, 4 silver, and 1 bronze. And I just want to make a note that she was wearing the Gator swim caps. I went to University of Florida, so go Gators. But we're going to have to include this in the show clips. She takes off the cap, and then under it was another cap. So we need to have Katie on here to discuss not just this play.
How many caps?
But why are you wearing 2 caps, Katie Ledecky? Congratulations for breaking your own damn record.
Cat
That
party.
feels really hot at the cat party. That feels hot. And did you see by how many seconds she was like a lap ahead. Yeah, it was like 20 seconds ahead of the next best.
This is what I don't understand. How do you actually try really hard, so hard that you break a world record when 20 seconds later, the next finisher finishes? How does that work?
That blew my mind. When I actually saw the video, because of course you heard about it, and I went and watched the video, I was like, oh, where is it? The rest of the pool?
Katie's amazing.
But she just keeps breaking her own record. But I think deep down, probably she thinks, you know what? I can do better. So she does it better the next time.
Yeah.
I mean, when I met her,
Katie,
it was great talking
Katie,
with
we
her.
need you at the party. We have so many questions.
We need her
Katie,
at the party.
we need you at the party.
She's a great human being, though. I like her a lot. And, this summer was, boy, there's so many, but for me, probably Victoria Mboko. Winning the Canadian, of course, she's Canadian. You have no idea. They were going crazy. People. She beat 3 Grand Slam people. Oh, she beat Osaka in the final. I mean, the place was going crazy, and now she's 19. She was 18 when she won the tournament. I just think she's so much fun to watch, and her footwork is amazing. I love her backhand, but particularly when she takes it from defense to offense. And her serve is going to get better and better. So I think she's the one to look for, but it's when she speaks as well. You wonder why she's done so well. She talks about process and how to stay in the process from the juniors. Then you play ITF when you want to start being a pro. And then she's won her first WTA tournament, which is a Women's Tennis Association tour, which is the biggie. And, her ranking just keeps going up and up and up. But I just would tell everybody, watch her. She's fun to watch. Yeah. But as a human being and the way she speaks, she's just a total winner on and off the court.
How cool too that do I have this right, King? Or I think I do. That Naomi Osaka is her like role model, and that was her like person she grew up, watching and wanting to be, and then she beat her in that final, which is crazy.
Yeah, it was a tough final because Osaka had a challenge. She didn't congratulate her at the end. I mean, she did at the net, but not in her speech. Of course, I think tennis is out to lunch when we have the finalists have to speak. Let them get off the court. Yep. Just talk to the winners. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Listen to me.
I can't.
After we lost the World Cup finals in penalty kicks in 2011, I went straight over to the Japanese team and I congratulated them. And that was all I had in me. That's all I had in me in terms of my good sportsmanship. In fact, I was just like so upset. And in FIFA, when the championship moment happens, at the time, they told the losing team to get in a line so that the winning team would parade through you to go onto the stage and capture your medals. I was bereft. I was like, I'm not doing that. That's so embarrassing. I was like actually outwardly having a tantrum privately. And one of my teammates, thank you, Amy Lepelbit. I will never forget you for this. Yeah. She looked at me square in the eye. She said, you're going to stand right next to me and you're going to congratulate them as they walk by us. They just beat us. Oh. And I said, yes, Amy Lepelbit, you are correct. And I just needed a teammate because I was being such a poor sport. I was so devastated. So I get it.
I will add to that. I was calling that game. You had to do an interview with us right after all of that. And you walked over. You had never won a World Cup yet. You had yet to win a World Cup. We had just before the World Cup done a big, long interview about how you wanted to finish your career on a World Cup. And you were so close. It was in the palm of your hand. It went to penalty kicks, Billie. You did this interview on the sideline, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, to have all this emotion in that moment. You were so classy and so nice about what Japan just did, given all that country had been through with the earthquake and tsunami and everything else that had happened there. You did all of that. So you may remember it one way, Abs, but you handled it.
It's because of
well.
Amy LaPelbit.
Really well.
I got my shit together. Amy made me get my shit together. So I understand Naomi may not have handled it right.
No, but she apologized.
Yeah.
She knew she didn't. She apologized.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she remembers, but she beat Serena Williams a few years back. And that was a tough time too for everyone.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
my play of the summer. I'm sure Abby probably saw it. Kinger, I'm not sure if you did because it was soccer. There's a surprise. It was Marta.
Really?
It was the Copa America final, which is kind of the continental championship, like similar to European championship. It's the South American championship, right? Brazil versus Colombia. Marta, of course, a legend, an icon in the game, one and only. She's 39 years old. She retired from international soccer after the last Olympics and then unretired because Brazil is hosting the next World Cup, 2027 Women's World Cup. So we're in this final, Kinger. It's 2-2. Okay? At 39 years old, Marta comes into the game off the bench as a sub in the 82nd minute. She comes in. Let me just show you on a whiteboard what happens. Okay?
Yes! I love it. I need this.
Colombia is yellow. Brazil is blue. Okay. In red is Marta right here. Okay. So Brazil in blue plays a ball in. There is no time left. This is 20 seconds left in the game. Brazil plays a ball in. So here's the soccer ball. I drew it for you. It gets played in. Colombia heads it out. It bounces. It bounces. It bounces. It falls on a half volley to Marta at 25 yards out. Billie Jean King. She cranks this ball on a half volley, which a ball bouncing coming out to you, that's ridiculous. She put it on a clothesline. It went upper corner. 2 actually tie the game. I lied because Colombia was up by then 3-2. They tied the game to send it into extra time. Then she scores again, sends it into penalty kicks. Marta, all caps.
Marta.
They win. Brazil wins on the 2 Marta goals and then in penalty kicks. Right.
Whoa.
Oh,
and I must say, you did a great job on that, the announcing. You got me in it, man. I was living it.
I was feeling like, wow.
Well,
I mean, I watched it.
Or you can live it. You can imagine doing it. I have to just live it through you guys.
If you haven't seen this video, if you're not a soccer fan, that's fine. Go.
I'm going to watch this.
To our show notes because we're going to put a clip in there.
Man.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the party people. I'm talking to the people.
Oh, the party people. They better. It doesn't matter.
They got to go watch the clips.
Get behind it.
It's so good.
I mean, listen.
Come on.
I like to think about this moment a lot because people don't understand what it's like to be 30 plus, 35 plus, or 39 years old. And then you're sitting on the bench. She unretires to play in this tournament for the international team, Brazil, to play in this tournament. And then at 39 to come off the bench when your team needed a goal
in the 82nd minute.
And then score in the 20 seconds left in the game to be the one to score with in the way she scored it. It was just a chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Half volley. Yes. I love that half volley because that's like a drop kick.
Yeah. It's coming at you. Yeah. It's hard to keep them low because they go flying on you. And
that's true.
She just lasered it from. I was like, oh my God. I would have run off the field straight to the locker room and been like, peace out. I'm done. I'm retiring again. That is all I got. All right. There's our party summer. We're going to start every episode with our favorite play or moment.
This episode of Welcome to the Party is brought to you by Ally Financial. We love that Ally is more than just a bank. They've got this do-it-right approach that shows up everywhere.
That's right, because Ally actually helps customers unlock their economic potential, all while powering the growth of athletes, fandom, and leagues across women's sports. And as we know, it's been anchored by a historic commitment to increasing visibility by, get this, spending equally on men's and women's sports media.
The best.
Ally truly does it right. And they've had official partnerships across the NWSL, WNBA, USGA, unrivaled. And drum roll, please, beyond that, now that includes this podcast too. So welcome to the party, Ally.
And Ally consistently earns accolades as the best online bank, praised for its intuitive app, no monthly fees, smooth navigation, and competitive interest rates, even without minimum balances required.
And here's what we truly love. The same way as Abby was talking about that Ally puts customers first in banking, they put women first in sports. And they are literally making history with equal spending on men's and women's sports media. And that's why they're the perfect partner for Welcome to the Party. Visibility, equity, empowerment, it all connects, party people.
Whether you're here for the show or looking for a bank that truly has your back, Ally's got you covered. Ally, the bank that's your ally. Ally Bank, member FDIC. All we really want, truly, all we dream about and think about is comfortable clothes, right,
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
I don't think people understand that. And at the end of the day, that's kind of priority number one for me.
It's kind of the only priority. Priority number 1 through 1,000.
Looking cute too, but like it's great, but it's not really the comfy clothes that I have for me is it's the most important thing in my day-to-day rotation.
Okay. Do you have their Vuori's Dream Knit Performance Jogger?
Yes.
Okay. Because I have it in like 7 different colors. And
Same.
where do I even begin? Because one, it's lightweight. One, you can wear it to yoga. You could wear it running. You could wear it to beach volleyball. Yes. I play a lot of
Yes.
that, right? The
Yes.
fabric. I know
Yes.
you're a fabric gal.
Yes.
Abs feels like butter. Ugh.
Yes.
And so, I mean, and then what I just end up doing, because I think showering is overrated, you just stay in it all day. You stay in it all day. And it could even be your pajamas. It's that soft.
I think that's hilarious. I usually shower and then get into another pair of Vuori sweats. So that's
Okay.
that's my MO.
I don't.
All right, but Vuori is an investment in your happiness for sure. And for our listeners, they are offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vuori.com/welcome to the party. That's VUORI.com/welcome to the party. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but you get free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75. And I like this because maybe it doesn't work out in the first go. You get free returns. So go to vuori.com/welcome to the party and discover the versatility of Vuori clothing. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
All right, party people. Time to get to the partiest part of the party. Do you like my alliteration there, Billie? Billie, I got a question for you because you have had the most incredible quotes, and one of the all-time best quotes of yours is about not settling. You have an awesome, awesome message about not settling. Can you share that with us?
Do not settle for the crumbs. Do not. I want people to think about having all the cake and icing and the sprinkles and the cherry on top, because girls are always taught, be happy with whatever you get. You don't ask for more. Be careful. No. Do not settle for the crumbs.
In discussing who was going to be our first guest for the party, we knew we wanted it to be someone who didn't settle for those crumbs. So we sent an invite to one of the most courageous and innovative athletes we know and love. She is track and field legend Allyson Felix, because Allyson looked at those crumbs and she was like, no, suckers, I am not taking this, and went about enacting change. She is the most decorated American track and field athlete, male or female, of all time. Get this, party people. She competed in 5 Olympics. She won 11 Olympic medals, 7 of them. Yes, 7 of them gold. And Allyson has 20 world championship medals on top of that. Also a record, no surprise. Also no surprise, she was inducted over the summer into the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Hall of Fame. Not only is Allyson, as we know, an all caps legend on the track. Her story as a mother, a business entrepreneur, an advocate who grew to understand that, why, yes, I do want that whole damn cake, has inspired so many people. And much of her incredible journey has been captured in a documentary she premiered at Tribeca Film Festival earlier in the summer called She Runs the World. This woman, in fact, does run the world. She's done it all. Allyson Felix, welcome to the party!
Thank you.
Yes!
I mean, what an intro. Thanks, guys.
Oh, we're just beginning. Are you kidding? Can you imagine?
So happy to be here.
I mean, Allyson, first of all, it's so amazing to have you here. I have absolutely loved following your career. And I admire you for so many reasons, one of which is how willing you are to take risks. But here's the thing that stands out for me that I don't understand, because I know what it must feel like in your body, like to be an athlete and to be in the blocks. And then the gun goes off and you start running towards the line, and every tendon of your body and muscle fiber is twitching. Yet your face is completely calm. It is the wildest thing. Like, how do you, in my family, we call it fix your face if the children are not having good responses to the world. How do you, are you fixing your face? Like, how do you stay calm under pressure, or do you just actually feel calm?
Well, we use fix your face in our family too, so I love that.
Aww,
and also I have to say thank you guys for having me. I mean, it's legendary, like to look on the screen and see Julie, Billie, like I can't. You guys are all such inspirations. Okay, so my face, you know what? That's not the way that it feels. It feels like you look a hot mess, like it's just crazy. And so I'm glad to hear that it appears to be calm, because within, that is not what's happening.
Wait, Abs, you need to tell her what your face was like when you were running fitness at University of Florida. 800 meters, your last 800. Do you want to tell Allyson about how you had to fix your face? You just told me the story the other day, and I almost fell on the floor and wet my pants. Allyson, I laughed so hard.
Yeah, I mean, so the way that it goes in soccer for preseason, back in the day at the very least, you had to run fitness tests, and we had this grueling fitness test, and it was an 800, then a sprint, then a 400, then a sprint, then another 400, then a sprint, then another 800. And the last 800, I was just completely suffering, but I needed to throw up. And so I couldn't fix that part of my face, and I just had to keep running because I had to pass the fitness test. So, Jules, thanks for letting me tell that story on air, but here we are. I didn't fix my face.
Allyson, picture this. She's like running, and then she's just like, bah. You know, like people usually stop and throw up. Like, this is so Abby, too. She's just like, Kinger, you would be doing this, too. Abby just keeps running and throwing up as she's running.
I mean, whatever works. I don't feel like anybody should have to run an 800. Like, you shouldn't have to pass where you started. I mean, I'm such a true sprinter. Like, I do not like to go far, so I understand the pain.
Oh my God. 800 is the gut buster of the world. I only had to run once, and the women's sports superstars 1,000 years ago, and you could not do your own sport. You had to do a sport you didn't know.
And that's what you chose? You chose the 800,
No,
Kinger?
I didn't have any other thing. I was the last thing I could do that wasn't my sport. And I'm like, I can't never even run an 800. It was against Kathy Wrigley, who's 3 feet 8 inches or something. And her husband's running around the track. Stay loose, smooth. And I kept listening to him. Oh my God. I thought I was going to puke, actually.
We're going to find that video for sure. For sure.
God. I should have never told you, but I don't know how you do it, Allyson.
I don't do it for that long. I'm smart, 22 seconds, 21 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, but the 400, come on. That's,
yeah.
But
that
another
one is
gut
not
buster.
fun.
The thing I love too, Allyson, is not only are you calm and collected, as Abby pointed out, you're a total fighter. When Nike threatened to cut your contract when they found out you were pregnant by 70%, I love that you didn't just fight for you as an athlete with them. You said, listen, like you need to take care of all of the female athletes as it relates, of course, to maternal protections. And when they said no, you said, okay, bye. And not only did you say bye-bye, which is the thing that blows my mind, is you started your own shoe company, as we know, called Saysh. And so my question is, where does one in the middle of their career, pregnant, going through all of this, fighting to make it to the next Olympics, where do you have the courage to stand up to a $1 billion company and industry and say, nah, I'm not taking the crumbs?
Honestly, it didn't feel like I had courage at the time because it was just terrifying. I was so scared. I didn't know what was on the other side of that. Yeah. I just felt like I deeply believed in it and like I had to. And at the same time, my daughter was just born. She had this stay in the NICU. And so honestly, it was just looking at her and was like, I have to do this for her generation. And so there was no part that felt brave or courageous. It was just like, this is something that from deep within, I feel like I have to do because we're just all going to be here again if I don't.
Yeah. And by doing that, you actually ended up changing policies at Nike, as we now know, and in the industry. And you did it for Cami, as you mentioned. You also founded your own agency in Always Alpha, first management firm fully focused on women's sports. You also were just elected last year to sit on the IOC board of directors, the International Olympic Committee. You also have 2 kids now, both of them under 6, Trey as well. And you've done this amazing advocacy work around Black maternal health. What I want to know is, what is it like to get an email from Melinda Gates saying, hey, because of all the amazing work you've done, I would like to grant you $20 million.
It was shocking. But the coolest thing, it really, to me, like validated the advocacy work that I'd been doing. It was like, wow, somebody like Melinda is paying attention. And so many organizations have been doing work in this space, long before my eyes were open to it. And so to be able to come alongside and help fund these organizations is incredible. And a lot of organizations that typically wouldn't get funding. So for me, it's really cool to be on this side of things and get to do things I'm super passionate about and try to have an impact in these new spaces.
What are you most proud of?
I think it's the theme kind of throughout. I think I'm most proud that I found my voice. Because you guys knew probably me before, like very shy, introvert. Like I just focused on my sport. I did what I'm supposed to do. I didn't want to ruffle feathers. It scared me to have an opinion on anything. And I think I'm just most proud that finally, I got to this place in my life where I could speak out. And I could say it's okay if people criticize this or if everybody doesn't like me. It's hard being a people pleaser, and to be able to break free from that and say like, okay, I'm going to try to create some change. That has been the most freeing thing. And the thing I'm really proud that I was able to come to this place. And now it's like, okay, what else can we do? Like, let's get stuff done.
How did you finally say, okay, enough is enough. I've had it. I'm going to do this. Like, there's that moment where you're not, and then there's something that happens and you are. What are you most, what was that specific moment for you?
For me, it was being forced into it. It was the Nike situation. It was never having to, I was good before then, I didn't have, it was this real life situation of saying, okay, you no longer are going to have a contract. You're not going to be paid. Like your value. I think it was just this slap in the face of like, you have no value. You created life and you're no longer valuable to us. And to me, it was like, wow. I think, all of us, we're athletes and we know, it's about performance and it's about what have you done for me lately and all of those things. But it's hard to separate your worth from the number that they're offering you. And I think when I was hit with that, it really made me do some soul searching about like what is actually important and what is actually real life. And I think when I faced that, it was like, okay, if it all goes away, it matters more to me about the next generation, about what they face, all of that. And so I didn't like go willingly. It was being forced into that situation and then getting to the other side of it and saying like, wow, these companies, they changed their policy because I stood up, because other women stood up. Like, we can do this. There's like power in the collective. And so I think all of those things like that move the needle.
I remember seeing you and you were talking about this exact thing. You had just heard from Nike and it was just horrible for you. And I felt so much for you that night we were talking. I'll never forget it as long as I live. And I'm so happy what you've done. You're so courageous. It's just, it makes me want to shout.
I have to say, Billie, thank you, because without trailblazers like yourself, I mean, you have been that real life example. Like, I had to look and say, like, wow, you've done this on so many different levels. Like, if you have done this, you know, we can follow behind you. And so just thank you for paving the way, because it continues, your legacy lives on, and we continue to, you know, be able to stand up for what we feel is right.
Oh, it's very sweet. But every generation's got to keep it going. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so true, because Billie had, I mean, my moment, like your Nike moment, was when Billie said to me, to your point, Allyson, like, obviously we know what she's done with tennis, but what some people don't understand is how she has gone to every sport and inspired them in a different way. And Billie literally said, what are you going to do about it, Foudy? You, the players, what are you doing about it? And it was this moment where we were like, what are we going to do about it? And when you realize that when you do actually speak up in a collective way, in a unified way, to your point, you can change policy, you can change laws, you can change things in a way that's meaningful. But until Billie had that moment with me, we weren't speaking up. And so I love that was, in some of the hardest times, you learn the most about yourself, for sure.
Yeah.
I love it.
Sometimes you have to give up something to get something.
A word.
You have to let go of something to get the better new thing. And like you said, collectively doing it, getting everyone or at least enough people on the same page.
And it's not about you. Yeah, it's not. I think that's something that I learned. It's like, you're not going to be the one to benefit from it, you know? And I know you know that. And I know everybody, you know, here today knows that, but that's a hard thing when you're fighting for something that you'll never, you know, experience the benefit from it. But we know we're all, you know, trying to change sports so that the women behind us can experience those benefits. And I think they are.
I have a question for you, Allyson. Now that, did Melinda give you the $20 million yet to donate and give away? Have you done the process? Are you like, what has been like the most interesting thing around that process to be able to like have access to that kind of money to make real change happen?
Yeah, I'm actively deploying funds now. It's been fascinating. I spent about a year just learning about organizations, sitting back and understanding and seeing what's happening on the ground. Who are those who are being affected? I chose to focus on maternal health. And so really seeing that landscape, I've been familiar, but just really hearing, you know, what it's going to take at every different level has been just fascinating. And also other leaders who Melinda selected to deploy funds as well. I think we're learning from each other, and it's just been this incredible learning experience.
Yeah.
Melinda Gates is one of my sheroes. I've had the privilege of getting to know her. And she's fascinating, and she truly, truly cares as a human being. I just think she's top drawer.
She's giving $1 billion, $1 billion to help advance women's power globally.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
It's incredible.
I learned, she just wrote a book too, not too long ago. Is it called The Next Day? I think I've already read it.
Yes, it is.
And it's just, I love it. I was underlining things. I mean, I don't want to mark a book. My parents always said, oh no, don't do that. And I'm marking it with a pencil so I can erase it.
She had to return it to the
I
library.
love that book, but it's a really great book for those people out there.
Well, Allyson, I got to know, like, we are going to have a community of people we call the Party People. What can we do for you? What can we do to help you in all of the things you've got your hands in? What's top priority in your world right now that the Party People and ourselves, Billie, myself, and Julie, can help with?
I love that. I appreciate that. I feel like it's great to get support. A lot of these initiatives, a lot of these things that I'm building, they need support, and they need, especially, in this time that women's sports is experiencing such momentum, support at Saysh. I'm trying to build a company that is specifically for women. We create shoes to fit the form of the female foot. And so support there at Always Alpha. We are representing only female athletes, coaches, and broadcasters. And so really getting the word out there, that's incredible. And then all the advocacy work, the work around the IOC, listening to athletes, being the athlete voice, wanting to create, a better Olympic path for athletes' journey there. And all my work around women's health as well just is more about awareness and getting that word out. So I'm grateful to have the support.
I love also as well that at the last Olympics in Paris, you started the first ever nursery for all athletes, which, as we know, is so damn needed. So, yeah.
Yeah. Super proud of that. And really happy that we could move it forward. It was something that was like, okay, what do I want to see happen? That was it. But I thought it was going to be like, okay, maybe by LA we could get it done. So now it's like, okay, let's grow it. Let's make it bigger. Let's really think about how can we support athletes better? Like, what are the things that they are needing? There was also a mental health space that was incredible in the village. And so always looking to just support so that, you can have your best performances.
Kinger, you brought up the other day.
Yeah, about track and field.
Yeah.
I love track and field. And my dad he did hurdles when he was a young guy. And I always feel like there's not the continuity in track and field we need to understand it, to have a season. I get so confused. I know Ohanian started, what is it?
Yeah,
different
Athlos.
Leagues and all that. So what do you suggest that track and field do to help all of us stay? I know I miss things sometimes because I don't really understand the landscape well enough.
Yeah, you are not alone. Track and field is a hard sport to follow, and we have to do better with our product. And so I think it is going to take new energy, like the league Athlos that you're talking about, new investment, new ideas. I think that we've tried to do it the traditional way for a very long time. And in America, it just has not worked. It hasn't taken off. And when we think about some of the names that are household names of track and field, they're really names that go back to when we last had an Olympic Games in the U.S., all the way to 96 in Atlanta. Names like Michael Johnson and Jackie Jordan Kersey and Gail Devers, like all these incredible, athletes. And I think it's really exciting because we will have the LA Games, very soon here. And I think it's a huge opportunity to put the sport really in focus and let people see these incredible athletes and really create stars. I mean, there's such great personalities and stories in track and field, but it's very hard to follow, like Billie said. And so we really have to streamline that and come together to find a new path forward that is interesting and engaging and easier to follow.
Allyson, what are the barriers? Like, what are the barricades or the roadblocks that you have found in your career and now past your career that is like, is there like less unity? Like, what are the reasons that it feels a little bit confused?
I think the hardest thing is that historically track and field seasons they're all overseas. And so that's what happens is we all go overseas to compete. And so from anywhere from about May all the way till September, we're overseas, we're competing, and track and field thrives overseas. And, it's a much different experience than here. And so it's hard to then try to bring that to America. There's a lot less opportunities. And so it's going to take, and there's a number of different initiatives that are happening right now where, investors and leagues and groups are coming in and they're trying to fix that problem. And so I think we're going to have to come and support, whether it's Athlos that's, happening, Grand Slam is happening, there's different things that are happening, and so we have to support them. And but I think it is kind of a different mentality. We're going to have a league, a team format where it's who to root for. This person is either from Los Angeles, or there's this other format, where they're running these various events. So something that's really engaging that grips people to follow it. Away from just kind of the standard thing that we've been doing in the past.
And I want you to make lots of money.
Yeah. And I was going to say, I imagine that's part of it, right? Like how
money
hard
matters.
it is when you don't have a consistent presence, especially in the United States, to get the sponsor backing outside of obviously those who have great success in the Olympics every 4 years, but it's still every 4 years. So I imagine that is a constant struggle for these athletes to stay competitive and afford to keep running. Absolutely.
All the opportunities have really been overseas, and you can make a good living over there versus here where there's not as many opportunities. But now we are starting to see in kind of this shift of momentum right now that there are new things happening, and so we're just going to have to be able to back them, support them, show up in the stadiums, watch them on television, and really get it going.
Also, I love watching Netflix and Sprint, and I watch everything I can on track and field. I loved it. Anyway, I know you did a special interview on that show too.
That's the cool thing. We have to get outside of, simply just the competition. I think Sprint was great. It was really engaging. It brought you into some of the behind the scenes stories of what's going on. And I think that's what it's going to take is not just watching, the 100, the 200, but learning the athletes and seeing what's happening in their lives. And we know that the sport is engaging. We see it every 4 years, but how do we translate that, to be something sustainable throughout?
What's next for you? I mean, you've done all of this. So if you said nothing, I would be like, yes, I get that. But what I feel like everything you touch is golden. So what is next for you?
I wish. So continuing to grow my businesses, but I had my film premiered at Tribeca not too long ago. And so continuing to get that out. And then right now I'm working on my book. And so I'm really excited for that to come in about another year. But working through the editing process of that it's the
worst. The editing process of a book is the worst, because the only person who can really edit your own book, because it's your life, is you. So you got to read it and again, read it. Ugh, I do not envy you right now.
If any of you want to send me tips.
The publisher always takes something out because it's too many pages, at least. How are you finding that? Did you have so many pages? I had like 950 pages. And I know that's not going to work.
50 pages.
I don't have that many pages, but
she wants tips. If only we knew a few authors in the house. I don't know.
Right? Give me your gems.
That's Glennon's department. You can talk to Glennon.
Allyson, you are a treat, my friend. Thank you for everything you've done. Abs, you want to ask the most important question of all?
I think I do. What is your party trick? Do you have a party trick? It's the most important question. We need to know, do you have a party trick? What do you do at a party? Is there something that you could share with us?
What is a party trick exactly?
It's a really good question.
I love it.
What is the definition?
Well, we know who goes to parties here and who doesn't.
ChatGPT, what is a party trick?
Some people have a real life and children and all these things. I know some of you. I know you do too, Julie, but I don't know.
I'm not in the streets as much as I used to be.
I'll give you an example of a party trick.
What's your party trick?
This isn't my party trick, but I would like to steal this party trick if I could actually do this party trick. At the ESPNW Summit, there was these two women that used to come every year, and they'd pull out a belt. And they used to go to parties and they'd pull out a belt and they would bet people if they could limbo underneath the belt, and they pretended like they couldn't really do it. And then their party trick was they like literally could be parallel to the floor, like 5 inches above the floor. Yeah, they could limbo. Like I was like, oh my God, I don't think my body could ever have done that. What you're doing right now. It hurts just watching you. And so the whole party gets into it, but they basically pretend like they couldn't do it. And then they win every contest.
I'm going to the wrong parties.
I think Allyson, you can run really fast. My suggestion is you run really fast away from this.
Yeah.
Maybe my party trick should be like challenging people to a race. Like, that's where my talent lies.
Yeah. As soon as a guy starts to mansplain,
that's a good one.
As soon as a man starts to mansplain at a party, you'd be like, let's go outside and race and see. Cause that's where the ego gets just blown out of the water with dudes. Like,
first one to the lamppost, bro.
Yeah. Let's take this back to a good old street race.
Well, we just can't thank you enough, because through all that you do, and as amazing and tiring and courageous as you are, and as I imagine it can be, like the thing that sticks with us is that you have this incredible grace to everything you do, and a humble way of just the way you are with everyone. And it's so beautiful and inspiring. And I feel like it is a light that just keeps shining on various dark places. And I thank you for bringing that into this world, because we know we could use a lot more of that. So thanks for always just coming with such grace and kindness. Allyson Felix.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys' inspirations, like each one of you, truly.
I think we should... I used to always finish everything with a power pose picture. I think we should do a freeze frame party pose. Are you ready? On 3, Allyson, whatever your party pose is. We're thinking this might be the way we end interviews. Are you good with that? It has to be the craziest damn party pose you've ever given, though. Are you ready? Kinger, what you got?
Party pose.
Okay, ready? On 3. 3, 2, 1. Allyson, you are always welcome to the party.
Okay, so of course we're lucky to say that we have been able to travel all over the world, and nothing is like doing your job that lets you travel the world, Jules. But what is your favorite place that soccer has taken you?
Oh, this one's easy, actually. There was a trip to Tromsø, Norway with the U.S. women's national team. Tromsø is the northern tip of Norway.
No way.
And it's like you were at the North Pole. Literally, I did not see Santa or any elves, but it was crazy. It was so far up there that you had sun 24/7, the midnight sun, as they call it. And I still say to my family, like, we're going back to Tromsø. You have no idea. Beyond it being such a cute town, it was just so much fun.
Oh,
what about
fun.
you, Abs? What's your favorite trip?
Costa Rica, 2004. The field we were playing on was right next to this gigantic, beautiful mountain. The rainforests there, the beaches there, the food there, the fruit there. Yeah. It's incredible. The next time I'm going to Costa Rica, I'm definitely going to get a little Airbnb for sure.
Yeah. Well, and as we know, traveling has been this incredible blessing in our lives, and they do stick with you, these trips, forever. But the really cool thing is, while you're away now, and I hadn't even thought of this before, whether it's for soccer or a fun adventure, your home, Abby, does not have to sit empty.
No, you can actually host your home on Airbnb. And now it's easier than ever, thanks to the Co-Host Network.
That's right. You can hire a local co-host to help manage your listings. They'll handle reservations, message guests. They'll even lend a hand with design and styling. Yes, please.
They're right there in your community. So you don't have to sweat the small stuff while you're off making memories of your own. And you know, Julie and I, we don't want to sweat the small stuff at all.
No. So find a co-host at airbnb.com/host. That's airbnb.com/host.
Here's my question for you, party people. Who's your coach? Who's your strategy support person? Who's always looking out for your best interests? And I was so lucky along the way to have the coaches I did, the mentors that I had. And now you might not be an athlete, but you still deserve a coach who can help you set your goals and navigate your journey and reflect on wins that can also help you pivot when you need to. Fortunately, our sponsor, Strawberry.me, has made high-quality career coaching accessible for everyone. And when you sign up for Strawberry.me, they'll match you with a certified career coach who helps you go from where you are to where you truly want to be. Your coach will help you get clear on your goals and uncover what's holding you back and build lasting confidence. That means actually making a plan. It means no longer feeling like your future is something that just happens to you. It's time to shape it on your terms. If you're ready to get unstuck, visit strawberry.me/welcome to the party to claim a special offer and get started today. That's strawberry.me/welcome to the party. Stop settling, start building the career and the life you actually want.
Ugh, I love her so much.
She's
like
the
her
best.
way, yeah. And I when I told her that at the end, like how humble she is and the way she carries herself, and the kindness that just comes out of her. It's just, I love it.
The thing that stood out to me the most is this idea of her finding her voice and feeling like that personal pride in her voice, like that, to be doing that, even having already accomplished so much in your life, like to do that in order to take that next step and make it to the next level. She's just awesome. I love Allyson.
Yeah, because I met her. Yeah, because I met her when she was really young, and she was so shy. And then you'd see her a few years later, and then especially after she talked to me about the Nike deal and how bad it was, she was really not sure what she was going to do. And now we've heard her story. And and to you, what you said, Abby, about her finding her voice is just major accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I love when she thanked Kinger, because we all should be thanking Kinger every damn day.
That's right.
That's so sweet of you. I love being with you guys. You're the best.
Aww.
We should be. I mean, she's spot on. Like when you understand what you have done for this women's sports space, my word. I know you get uncomfortable when we talk. We're just getting started. Kinger always gets uncomfortable when you start talking about it. She's like, stop it.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go. Let's win.
All right, Kinger. Before we end this party, we have a bit of surprise for you, because we are going to do a recurring segment called Just Ask the Kinger, because everyone is literally asking Billie Jean how to solve their problem. And as I was saying with Allyson, it happens in every single sport. And I have watched this process play out for 30 years that I've known her, where she sits down with people and listens and solves their problem. So we thought we should just have a Just Ask the Kinger recurring segment. This one is a little bit special, right? This one's special because it's called Just Ask the Kinger, the Goats Ask Goat Edition. So we put a back call out to a bunch of goats in women's sports and asked them to ask the OG goat, yes, you, Billie, whatever they wanted. Rapid fire. Are you ready? Billie Jean King.
I have to tell myself, no pressure.
Pressure is a privilege.
Pressure is a privilege. Let's go.
First up is U.S. Open and French Open champion Coco Gauff.
My question for Miss Billie is, what is your favorite sport to watch? And you cannot choose tennis.
Ooh.
Great question, Coco.
I watch so many women's sports and men's sports, actually. I watch sports.
What's your favorite
Well,
sport?
I grew up probably basketball, because I grew up with my dad. He was a basketball player, and I watched that the most probably. I'd have to say basketball right now. But, I should say baseball, because my younger brother, played 12 years of professional baseball. And I used to watch him play Kiwanis T-shirt league with the sun going down, and they're not finishing a game, and they didn't have T-ball yet. And oh my God. The reason my brother Randy became a pitcher is because he's the only child on the team at 7. They could kind of get the ball over over home plate.
Right.
Kind of. And that's why he became a pitcher, because he should have been a third base or left field, and he has a great arm, and he can hit. And They didn't let him
Wait,
hit.
King, I just want to remind you that you might have two people right next to you that played not basketball nor baseball.
Really?
They played soccer. Yeah.
I played basketball.
And you played
I
soccer.
played basketball.
That's your
I
favorite
scored
sport.
1,000
Wait a
points in
minute.
high school, Julie Foudy.
You did?
Yes, I was a
Wow.
basketball player.
No,
Don't take it away
I'm
from me.
saying
What position?
Soccer should have been your favorite sport.
What position? Oh,
I was
I'll get that
a
in.
3 guard, 4 guard, but
How many points did you score?
I scored over 1,000 points in high school.
Oh,
that's amazing.
I got college
Well-
scholarships offers.
What?
Yeah,
Abby's a jock,
basketball?
man.
and I
She's a
chose
super jock.
soccer
Oh,
Because-
because it was your
Excellent.
favorite sport.
because you guys
Just so
were in the Olympics and won an Olympic gold medal, and that was my dream. So I was like, I'll go for soccer.
Oh,
Wow. Now you have to understand, when I was growing up and you were talking about playing soccer when you were a kid, we didn't have soccer in the United States of America. So soccer was not it wasn't around at all.
Okay.
Okay. So just so you kind
Yeah.
of
It's true.
background here.
Yeah,
It's true.
That's true.
I know,
That's
I'm-
true.
I'm
All right,
old, man.
you get a pass there. All right, Abs, what you
Okay.
got as the
All
next
right,
one?
the next GOAT is the most successful skier in World Cup history and a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. It's, of course, Mikaela Shiffrin.
Mikaela Shiffrin.
A question for Billie Jean. I was just wondering if you actually take a look around and look at the momentum that women's sports has started to gather and is gaining day by day. I wonder if you look around at that and actually think, like, I was at the forefront of this. I started this. I don't know. I wonder if you've ever been able to actually take a step back and look at that big picture and see and truly feel how much of a role you've played. Your legacy is just so powerful and you've really paved the way. So we're very grateful to you for that.
What?
Aw,
How am I
on
supposed
a
to answer that?
chairlift.
What? I know. And she's getting out of the way and she's talking and she's very focused. Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh, she
cry.
is so
This is the
kind.
first time I've seen
I know.
these. This is so
I know.
good.
I mean, that was so
I don't even know how to
nonchalant.
answer
Like,
that one.
most people are like, okay, I've got my poles. I got to get off this chairlift. They're freaking out. And then she's like literally
flipping
taking
it.
a video. Mikaela, you're the
I'm
best.
scared of heights. It was killing me. I said, don't look. She's
Yeah,
scared of
Billie,
heights,
like
but
when you look out in women's sports spaces in the world of women's sports, do you think I did this? This is what I did with my life. Look at what I did.
No, I don't think like
You
that at all,
should.
actually.
I would
First
if
of
I were
all-
you.
First of all, okay, then you can do that for me. But no, what I think about is I'm not done yet. But I'm so grateful to still be alive to see what's happening in women's sports.
Yeah.
And as far as, legacy is what other people think about you. But what I care about is what contributions can I make while I'm on earth? And I think every athlete should think about that. And I want athletes to think about we instead of me. And Julie and I have had this discussion before, where the first 2 generations of, a new sport that does really well, usually the first 2 generations say we. They think of themselves as a team together to make the sport better. And then by the 3rd generation, as it comes through the locker room, they start saying I. And then I go, oh. It's always been the same. I think probably if you think about soccer, that some of these things came true, not all of them maybe, but that sometimes some of the players started thinking about I instead of we. And I know they talk about the team all the time. You guys are taught to do that. But in their heart of hearts, I think a lot of athletes, whether they're in a team sport or non-team sport, that they do think I a lot.
Mm.
I don't
You
know
always
what
taught
guys
us
think.
the
You're
we
younger,
is greater than the me. Yep.
but you guys know better than I do because you're younger and you have a different perspective. That's one thing about getting older is we have better and better, I think, perspective.
Yeah.
And nothing
Yeah.
shocks you when you get older.
I think that, Billie, I
Yeah.
love that you said that, because I think that there's a part of me that agrees with you. And there's this other part of me that is also seeing the way that the guys do it. Right. And that's not a way that I wanted to do sport. Like I'm a very much a team first person, but I do think that there is something to be said about getting and achieving the same kind of success that men have on this planet in terms of sports leadership and sports popularity and the revenue that's coming in. And so there's this thing that I'm like, yes, there's a purity in team sport that I'm like all here for. Mm-hmm. And yet I totally understand why some athletes might think or might be led to think that the me first mentality is the way that they should probably do it, because that's what they're seeing in the men's side. It's not for me as fun to watch, but I also think that I understand it, right? I understand the process of thought that brings them there.
Oh, I understand it because of the opportunities they have. They don't have the past history, but that's why I like to read history. I love history. Mm-hmm. I mean, even going back to college now, I was a history major, and I'm going to finish up as a history major, and I hope I graduate next May. Please, God, please.
Oh, that's going to be a party right there.
Yeah, baby, we're going to have a big one. I've had to wait a long time.
And Kinger, you do just such a good job of reminding us that we're just standing on the shoulders of others and helping. Right? Like there's always someone that came before you that paved that way. And it's such a great reminder. I love, and we will do a segment on Know Your History, because this is huge.
Well, we should, but history is, but people have to remember, living isn't in the past. It's living history. It's living. It's alive. It's, like I've got my Althea t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Althea Gibson. She's my first shero. She 75 years ago. She was she broke our color barrier in tennis. She's our Jackie Robinson of tennis. And this year we're celebrating like crazy. This year they made it a U.S. Open thing. So it has
awesome.
Been unbelievable.
75 years.
And finally, she's getting her dues. No, they usually talk about male athletes. They don't talk about, like without Althea, there wouldn't have been Arthur Ashe, for instance, okay? Or there wouldn't have been the players of color that we have now. But even there wouldn't have been a player for this little white girl, because I watched her when she was number one in the world. I was 13 years old, and she was my first hero other than my parents. And I'll never forget. She taught me what it looks like to be number one and what it means. And I went, oh my God, I'm going to have to be better than that. I remember my parents saying, every generation gets better. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to be better than that. But then I got to know her, throughout her life. So I got
amazing.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love the shirt. All right. Our final GOAT has a question. One? Yeah, we got one more. She is a 2-time World Cup champion, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in soccer, and one of the most iconic players ever to play the beautiful game. It's Mariel Margaret Hamm, better known as Mia Hamm.
Hey there, Billie Jean, you legend. It's Mia Hamm. Listen, my one burning question for you is, what is your best, worst dance? If you don't understand that, just ask Jules. She'll explain it to you.
Yeah. Best, worst dance.
You better explain to me. My worst and best dance?
Oh, this is so perfect.
Oh my God.
So the way it works, Billie,
so
the way that it works is it's got to be the best, the very worst dance you've ever danced, but the best one of them.
The best of your worst. Yeah, the best of your worst dance. This was something, Billie, we did in the locker room a lot. So much so that right before we would go out for national anthem, we would be doing our best of our worst.
My generation? My generation, we're big on the twist, baby.
So no, it's got to be bad though. It's like the best
bad.
of your bad.
It was terrible. It was
so
horrible.
what is your best worst? Let's see it. It's got to be a chair dance because that's all we can see.
I can't stand up. I don't have pants on today.
Billie,
I don't have pants on today.
I don't have long pants on. I have shorts on. No, I can't get up. You should have told me.
It's here. You can do your best of your worst here.
Okay,
Abby,
we'll save this for our next one. How's that? And
you don't have to stand. It's in the chair. Watch. Abby goes first. Abby. Oh, I can go worse. Ready?
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah, go, Billie. Go.
Like we did last summer. I am always good at turning, so I can turn.
Julie wins.
This is scary.
Julie wins. Whatever Julie's doing is the worst of us.
Oh, this is ridiculous. This is great.
Okay, round of applause for Coco, Mikaela Shiffrin, Mia Hamm. Slow clap.
Love you guys. Thanks for participating.
Thank you. You guys are the best.
Hey,
Thanks.
guess what?
Love
Guess
you
what,
guys.
Billy?
What?
Guess
baby?
what? First
What,
party
Fatty
in the
Bowdy?
books.
What?
First party
Woo, woo,
in
woo!
the books. Okay,
Yeah!
so
I
a
love
couple
it.
reminders to our party people. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Welcome to the Party YouTube channel. And you can click that little bell icon so you get updates when new episodes go live. So make
and
sure
while
you
you're
do
at
that.
it, you need to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. And it really does matter. So please review us, follow us, and be sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Welcome to the Party Show, where Julie, Billy, and I will bring the party straight to your feed. Y'all, thank you to our launch partners and to Kate Diaz, who composed our Welcome to the Party music. You're the best. We love our theme song.
And most of all, I think more than anything, we want this party to be yours. So we want to hear from you. Once a month, we're going to do a Give the Power to the Party People episode where we'll be answering all your questions. We'd love your feedback on topics you want us to hit, themes you want us to hit, athletes you want us to talk to, sports that maybe aren't getting the recognition they deserve. You get it. All these topics, we will try and get to all of them. And just a reminder as well, please invite your friends or 500 to the party, even those who are not big women's sports fans. Yet. They're not there yet because everyone is welcome.
Billy, what do you think? How should we close out this party every time? Should we teach them our USA U.S. Women's National Team cheer?
You have to. I mean,
Jules,
it's
what
a
is it?
no-brainer.
Can you
Come on,
explain it
let's
really
do
quick?
this.
No-brainer. Okay, so going back to the very first national team, they were playing over in Italy, and the Italians were, as they do in Europe, instead of calling us USA, they called us USA in the stands, and they were chanting USA, USA, USA. And we thought that was so funny. Like, wait, what are they saying? So from day one, really early on in the national team lore, the pregame, we're going out onto the field, hands together, is USA, 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 They literally still do this cheer. This is the U.S. Women's National Team cheer to this day. So I think we should close out every party people, everyone, wherever you are. If you're doing the dishes, right? Hands in. If you're walking your dog, hands in, put your paw in. And it's the most important part is it's on 3, USA, 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 but like the is from your soul. From your soul. Okay. Abby.
All right, here we go. USA on 3. 1, 2, 3. USA, USA, USA. Ah!
USA, USA, USA.
Oh!
Give me the ball.
All right, party people, we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Hey, you guys. Jules, are you still here? Thanks for sticking around. I have something.
I just got done sweeping the floors, cleaning up the party. You're welcome.
Okay. Well, we really want to thank Ally Financial because Welcome to the Party is brought to you by Ally, and it's the bank that's your ally.
Yes.
If you know us, you know that we don't partner with just anybody, right, Jules?
No, we don't.
And our vision for this show is that it can be a space for all kinds of sports fans to come together, truly support each other. And it was extremely important to us in the vetting process of these potential sponsors. So being able to pick the ones who have actually walked the walk, that's why we are going with Ally Financial.
Yeah. And party people, you know best. Ally has been investing in women's sports for years. They've been supporting athletes, growing the fandom, building the leagues. They do not sit on the sidelines. Whether they're uplifting women's sports or they're helping their customers reach their financial goals, they are clearly, and it's why we love them, they are a bank that shows up and that you can trust. And that's why we're just so proud to have them as our presenting sponsor, because just like us, Ally believes the future of sports is bigger. It's bolder. It's more party. It's more inclusive. And yes, we are. What are we, Allie?
Invited to the party! Welcome to the Party is an independent production brought to you by Treat Media. Treat Media makes art for humans who want to stay human. Forever Dog is our production partner, and you can watch our full conversations on the Welcome to the Party YouTube channel and follow us at Welcome to the Party Show on Instagram and TikTok.